Hi everybody, I'm Miss Kimmy and welcome to the Anaheim Public Library STEAM Adventure. Today we're going to talk a little bit about physics, specifically forces and motion, with this really fun homemade top. Now, this is really cool because it's super easy. It only uses some cardboard, something pointy like this little pencil. You can use toothpicks, and you can obviously you can decorate it however you want to decorate it, and then we get to spin it and talk about what science is happening as it spins. Are you guys ready? Come and spin with me today. So today we'll take a look at why our spinning toy spins and spins and spins until it eventually comes to a stop. Now, when it comes to physics, there are 3 laws, but today we're just going to focus on 2 laws. Two of the laws that Isaac Newton discovered are that an object in motion stays in motion unless something stops it. The other law that he found was that forces make things go. So in this case, the force that I put on the pencil is my hand twisting it so that it gains some speed and starts spinning like this. Now, the forces that stop the spinning top are a couple of different things. You have the friction of the pencil tip on the tabletop. As the pencil is spinning, it is touching the table, and after it touches the table so many times, it does slow down the spinning top. And then the other part of a force that stops the top is going to be gravity and air. Gravity will slow down the top part of our top, and that will also contribute to the top stopping eventually. To make our top, we're going to need a piece of cardboard. We're going to need a pointy object such as a small pencil. So if you have any old pencils sitting around that have gotten real short that you don't like using anymore, those will work really great for that. You do want them to be sharpened because that'll make it really nice when it comes to spinning. Alternatively, you can use a toothpick and try the toothpick. Now for cardboard, you can use any kind of cardboard that you have laying around the house. You could use the corrugated cardboard, or if you've got leftover cereal boxes, you can use the cardboard from that. You can even try this experiment with cardstock or even just plain paper and see what works best for your spinning top. We're going to take our cardboard piece and we're going to cut out a circle. So I have something to make my circle with, and this is just a roll of tape. You can use any round object like a mug or a cup. Anything that'll help you draw a circle will work. So I'm going to go and trace my circle. You don't want to make it too big because having a top that's too big could make it difficult for your top to spin. Remember, gravity is pushing down on our object, so if there's more to push down on, it won't spin as much. So I've got my circle here, and I'm going to take my scissors, and then once we have cut out our cardboard piece, you're more than welcome to decorate your cardboard however you want to decorate it. So I'm going to try a different kind of spiral. I'm going to mark the center of my circle real quick so I have a starting point, and I'm just going to do some of these, and as it spins you'll have a really cool effect as it spins. There we go. Now this is the part where you may need help from an adult. You're going to need to take the pencil and you're going to need to push it through the middle of your cardboard piece, either your pencil or your toothpick. The toothpick might be a little difficult. That's why we do want you to have an adult with you to help you with inserting the pointy object into the cardboard, because the cardboard is a little thick. It can be difficult. So I'm going to use the pencil today because the pencil is thicker, and it is always good to have something underneath if you're going to poke this through. We're going to take our pencil, and right in the middle I'm just going to press down into it, and eventually you'll see it poking through the other side. You're going to very carefully continue pushing it through the cardboard on the round part of the pencil, just like that. So you can see here, it's right in the middle there, maybe a little bit off center, that's okay. This is what it looks like from the top. Now at this point, you don't want to pull it up really high because that changes the way it spins. So let me show you. When you spin it, it comes down pretty quickly. Now, if you bring this down lower, it does spin a little bit better. So we'll just bring this down right above the tip there. And then again, we'll try it. And the motion you want to do is you're going to hold the top of the pencil. You might want to twist your wrist to the side a little and then twist it back. And then that puts the top in motion until the force of gravity and the friction of the table brings it back down again. The alternative, again, is using a toothpick. You can cut out another circle, and again, you could use a ruler if you want to help you mark the very middle of it. Being in the very middle of it does help distribute the weight of the cardboard and helps it spin really well. If you made it off to the side, you would see your top wobble because of the amount of weight on one side versus the other. So try to keep it in the middle as best as you can. Again, all you have to do is take your pointy object and poke it through the very center very carefully. We do recommend you have an adult help you with this part because it is very sharp and we don't want you getting hurt. Might come across this, which is okay. What we'll do is we'll put this down for now and we're gonna use the pencil to help us kind of push through the other side. You don't wanna push too far, just enough so that you can get the toothpick through. So I'll just flip this over and we'll put the toothpick right in the middle. Again, I'm gonna hold it in my fingers and I'm gonna kind of bend my wrist and then I'm gonna flick it. Ooh. As you can see, that one didn't spin as well. So it's something to think about when it comes to making these. What works better, thicker pointy objects or skinny ones? And of course, you can always try making a spinner with a toothpick and something that's less heavy than cardboard. So you could try this with cardstock or even just regular printer paper. So now that you've learned how to make your very own spinner or top using just some cardboard and a little pencil and other sharp objects like toothpicks, this is the time where you can go and experiment with forces and motion, and we can do that in a couple different ways. You can go to the library and check out these awesome books that have a lot of great experiments in them and talk a little more about the laws of physics. You can go and try out different materials to make the top. Again, you could try cardstock or even construction paper, printer paper, and you can actually try different objects in the middle. I've got a little penny here, and what I've done is I've cut out a circle, and with the help of an adult, I made a slit in the middle just big enough for my penny to sit in. Now, in theory, this should spin very much like the pencil because it's got one point here where it can spin on, and it's got the platform around it, and we can see if it'll spin like our top does. You guys ready? Let's see. This one's a little harder because it is smaller at the top to hold. There we go. Ooh, it did spin just a little bit, but you guys saw, right, that it did stop really quick compared to our little pencil top that kept going for a pretty long time. Well, thank you for joining me today and learning a little bit about the laws of physics when it comes to force and motion. Again, don't forget, there's lots of different ways you can make your top, and it is a lot of fun to experiment with. So, be sure to tag the library if you post your experiment on social media, and of course, stay tuned for more STEAM adventures with the Anaheim Public Library.